Hello, it's Christian again. Today is the 27th of November 2018, and in this BCMI video we don't use the OpenBCI as before, but another one, an IBVA EEG. I'll put more text or info in the text below. So it's got 3 electrodes on my forehead and 1 ear clip, which is on my nose at the moment, because we will be, or I will be, listening to something called an ASMR soundtrack, which should have an effect on my EEG. So because I've got these big earphones, I thought I don't put the ear cable on my ear because maybe it could cause some interference in the EEG. I put it on my nose. Now let's just connect the device. And that's it, cable goes in there. I'll switch it on. Okay, put it on the table. And next one is I'll find the software, the IBVA software, and we'll try to connect. Okay, Bluetooth IBVA, that's what I have. Blue VAS, and then port on. Let's find out whether we have anything. I think it's still searching or connecting. Okay, so graphs wise, I think this app is brilliant. Let's just have a look at the raw data. That's how it looks. And then let's just have a look at the FFT data. Okay, there is something I need to work on a tiny bit. And then let me show you this. This is the most beautiful EEG visualization. With a time domain. Anyway, so that's how it looks at the moment. Let's just check. Cable is the other way around. I turn it around. Okay. Now this is my left hemisphere. This is my right hemisphere. In the middle, that's used as a reference to calculate the difference. In a way I forgot, but I can look it up. Anyway, so let's just quickly go back to the setup. So 2-channel left and right impedance check. I actually don't know how that works, but I can check it later. Sampling frequency is 120, max frequency is 40, cutoff at minus 3 dB. High cutoff frequency ratio 0.3. I think we just keep everything as default. Analyze DC cut at 50. Oh no, wait a minute. AC cut at 50, in between 45 and 50. Okay, that should be fine. So I'm not sure how much gamma we will see in here. Coherence calculation. This is where I can amplify one of the channels further in case it's too low, but I think 1 is enough. Real-time FFT setup 256. I at the moment don't really understand that part, but hopefully soon. Anyway, there are more things you can do with the app, but let's just do the recording with the ASMR track. So shall I? We don't really want to see this. I think I just simply use the 3D graph and make sure we are recording. Are we recording? So the way we record is I check the control panel. We are recording, and I believe this will all go in a file. Now I turn this around a bit. Okay, So this is left, this is right, and you see the frequency bandwidths in there. Let's just find the ASMR track. Where did I put that? There it is. And I make myself a bit more comfortable. And maybe close my eyes. Okay. Okay. 12-minute track finished. And I'm not sure what to think of it. It was certainly interesting. At the beginning there were some sounds, I think the match sounds, which I didn't expect when it comes to the volume change, the envelope of the sound. So they were surprising, and therefore interesting too. I think the narrative could have been a bit, well, I was about to say better, but not better, but a bit more consistent. There was no real flow when it comes to how, let's say, it was composed. But maybe that's intentional, I don't really know. Now, when it comes to those tingles, people say get when they listen to ASMR tracks. I didn't get any tingles. The most effective part, I think, was the very end with the whispers. Perhaps because I didn't expect it, and also because it just caused, I don't know, it was just as if a human was somewhat close. There was a sense of intimacy, and it lasted very short. It didn't last for too long. Anyway, I'll scroll back and have a look at the EEG data. Okay, so here I am again. I loaded the file I have just recorded, and here we can see it's 20-ish minutes long. The track itself was 12 minutes long, and I was talking at the beginning and a tiny bit at the end. Well, maybe not too much at the end. Whatever. Let's just scroll in a bit. It would be nice to know where it started. I could check later on the screen recording. I could actually check now. So it started here, which is around 5 minutes. Where can I see this exactly? 5:16. So at 5:16. So far I was kind of talking, and then this is where the ASMR track starts. We can't really see much. We could play this faster, let's say twice as fast. Okay, or even 10 times faster. Okay, there are a few things here. Some of them are artifacts, of course, when I moved my eyes, although my eyes were closed throughout. Let's do something else. Let's pause it and amplify the signal a bit more. I think one way of doing it would be to get into here, analyze, and then I amplify it by, let's say 5, each of them by 5. So does this change anything? Yeah. This is too much, of course. Now let's go back here, and I change this back to maybe 2. Okay. Okay, and play again, and I go back to 1 times. So basically it's not fast forward, it's not playing the EEG faster than it should. This is real time. Okay, so if I scroll around here. So from, let's say 5 something. No, I can't do that. What I sensed was that there was always many times some gamma activity here. So high beta or gamma activity. And there were some waves in the lower regions too. So I was expecting the alpha waves to be a bit higher because my eyes were closed. Let's go back and play this faster, 10 times faster. Okay, so here there is more activity, here there is more activity, and high beta in the left hemisphere, which is this one, and there is some highish activity here too. But what we can see is there is much more high activity in the left hemisphere's high beta, much more activity in the left hemisphere's high beta than in any other region. There are some waves in let's say theta-ish here, but this is probably an artifact, but who knows. But I'm pretty confident that the most activity was here. Oopsie. High beta. Now, I must say, I was, as you can see on the video, I was leaning in. I think this is already talking. And let's go back to real time. By leaning in, I mean I was not falling asleep, but getting quite relaxed. And then towards the very end, where the whispering started happening, which I can't remember where it was, that was quite interesting. I felt that should be seen in the EEG. Now let's check it. Where was that? Let's pause the actual software and find that part in the screen recording. It's over here. So 17 minutes in the video. 17 minutes in the video. So we started at 5, so that's probably 5 plus 17, that's around 19. Now I really would need to find this exactly to see where it was. Unfortunately, the software doesn't record the audio, so the only thing I can do is to have a look at the screen recording. What I can see here is, when it comes to the whispering part, when it that there is, it seems to be, there seems to be more high beta or gamma activity just when the whispering starts. So that's somewhat interesting. But I was of course thinking throughout and not really easing in. I didn't have any tingling-ish sensations apart from when the whispering started. I think that just hit me as a surprise. I didn't know the track before. And if there was some kind of tingling, then it was maybe in my shoulders, left shoulder. Okay, so let's just wrap this up. More tests to come tomorrow, and then we'll see what the ASMR does to the EEG, because we will be testing a few more people. So how do I stop, and what do I stop now? Bye.